Shortly after the outbreak of war, the Department of National Defense set up a directorate known as Auxiliary Services. The problem facing this new organization was that of looking after the recreation, entertainment, and off-duty hours of the men and women of the Canadian Army. To this branch fell such many and varied responsibilities as arranging suitable sports programs, the organization of the Army shows, the distribution of motion pictures, magazines, and cigarette supplies, and the organization of hospitality clubs, not only in Canadian and English cities, but eventually on the continent. In cooperation with the national voluntary organizations, this problem was satisfactorily worked out so that members of the Army need not find themselves looking for something to do. The Army's sports programs were organized in order that every soldier should be given a chance to participate, in keeping with the aim that every soldier be fighting fit and fit to fight. Early in the war, such sports became not only off-duty activities, but took their rightful place on the training syllabus as well. Learning through organized sports the importance of teamwork is one important factor contributing to Canadian Army triumphs in this war. Not exactly the sport of kings, but good sport all the same, were the donkey derbies organized during the Italian campaign. Not that the donkeys realized that all their jockeys held commissions in His Majesty's service. The pari-mutuels did a roaring trade. Almost any entry might be a dark horse or a dark donkey. But no favorite romped home without a little persuasion from a native wielding a switch. Another event that livened the Italian scene was the interregimental track and field meet. The boys got in a lot of practice for the jerry chasing to come. London's Ice Palace, Monty himself up to launch the face-off in the Canadian Army Overseas Hockey Finals. Monty had seen speed almost all the way from Alamein to Berlin, but he was still impressed with the way our boys got around. Leather pushing is a sport dear to the heart of Canadian fighters and gets a big play in Canadian camps. Of course, the boys insist on calling it the manly art of self-defense. One of the most successful service sports events, organized in Canada by Auxiliary Services, was the Canadian Army National Boxing Championship, when finalists from all over Canada vied for class honors. Leave in Paris, something to write home about. You're away from home there as the Leave Center set up to provide food and lodging for the Canadian soldier at large. The hostesses are always a welcome sight and know just where to send the souvenir hunting or sightseeing Canadians. The walking tours they organized went over big, even with the infantry.